So in the city of Philadelphia, we're Eagles fans over here. Well, basically the state of Pennsylvania, except the inbred fucks who watch the Steelers or whatever the fuck that means, right? So yesterday we traded our number 2 overall pick, franchise quarterback, Mr. Carson Wentz. Now, anybody that knows me knows my 2 main sports are football and basketball, and I watch football just as much as anybody else. Now, if you also know me, it's pretty clear that I'm probably the biggest Carson Wentz fan that you probably know. So, as you may have probably surmised, I was disappointed, to put it lightly. So, we sent him to the Indianapolis Colts in return for a 3rd-round pick and a conditional 2nd-round pick that could turn into a 1st-round pick if Carson Wentz plays 75% of the offensive snaps for the Colts next season. Now, you may be wondering, well, why did we trade him if he's so good, or if, whatever else you could deduce? Well, we traded him because we have 2 idiot fucks running the Eagles organization by the name of Jeffrey Lurie, the owner, and Howie Hebrew Roseman, the general manager. Now, the reason I'm so disappointed is because Carson Wentz was an individual who we took from being a potential MVP winner to being someone who has become the butt of the joke in the NFL. And in a lot of ways, I take that personal because I know how great he can be and how good he was at one point in time. And it really just goes to show our organization's ineptitude, right? So, Carson sadly leaves us behind. I mean, I can't really blame him. We're a terrible organization who the only thing that we can say that we ever accomplished was a fluke Super Bowl, and the past couple seasons have shown why it's just that. So, he honorably gets to inherit a great defense, a great front office, a very capable offense, and a head coach who used to be our offensive coordinator, who was his main play caller during his MVP caliber season. So, I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to go and just flat out ball out. On the other hand, he leaves behind a shit show. Now, I can't even begin to describe and explain all of the issues that the Philadelphia Eagles organization has from top to bottom. We have no players except we have a Pro Bowl level running back, and we have a very capable / good defensive line. And we have a very, very good middle of his prime corner in Darius Slay. Aside from that, our entire roster is terrible. We have no offensive line. The offensive line couldn't block a retarded kid in a wheelchair beating his chest indefinitely. They couldn't block him, right? We have no linebackers. We have, to say the least, an unproven coaching staff, and we might have the worst front office, especially general manager, in the entire league. Not to mention, we are in cap hell because not only did we sign Carson Wentz to a ton of money, not that I certainly think he deserved it, but he carries a dead weight cap hit of $33 billion, which in layman's terms means we paid him $33 million to leave, right? Aside from him, we have Um, we have a ton of old, veteran, mediocre, productive players on very good to great contracts, which is a bad thing because you never want to be paying a 35-year-old $16 million to do anything unless he's Tom Brady, right? And at that, you really have to weigh your options. So we have that, and we have an owner that has some fucking gay thing for his GM, given how bad he is and how fucked in the ass our team is, right? So then there's that. Now, I don't know where we go. I don't know where we go with this. We had the 6th overall pick in the draft, and now that we gave our franchise QB away for, now it seems like we gave him away for, I guess, somewhat adequate of what he's worth, but I think in the future it'll prove to be significantly less than what he's worth, but that's neither here nor there at this point. So we have the 6th overall pick in the draft, and before we officially traded him, we were, I don't know, they were assuming that we would take a wide receiver, but now it's like we might just take a quarterback, because when we benched Carson Wentz at the end of last season, we put in Jalen Hurts, who at the end of the day, he proved to be, I don't know, I don't even think he proved to be better at all. I mean, we have a shit team around either we would have had a shit team around either quarterback at the end of the day anyway, so it wouldn't even fucking matter. But now our guess is we might take a quarterback, but the cherry on top of all of this is we don't even draft well. We're not good at drafting players at all. If you just look at the past 3 seasons and the players that we've given up, it's honestly, it's sad as an understatement, right? We could have drafted DK Metcalf, Justin Jefferson, all of our players that we've drafted that have turned out to be good have come in the later rounds, which is when you're likely to not draft a good player. When we get 1st through 3rd round picks, we totally shit the bed. So it's just like, I don't even know. It's like, what do we even do at this point? Like, we're bad in every sense of the imagination. You know what I mean? And good for fucking Carson Wentz, because dare I say, I went to Indianapolis with him. Now, the Eagles are always going to be my squad, but I'm a Carson Wentz fan, like, to the end of the day. Like, that's not up for debate. But it's just like, good for him. Like, you got out of a shit show, and the one thing I can say about him, the one thing I feel like anyone can say about him, whether you like him or not, is that he put it all on the field. Like, even on his bad days, which was basically most of last season, he always played hard, and he always put himself out there to the best of his ability to win a game. And like, that's just, my hat's off to him. Like, you can't buy heart, and you can't buy talent. You can't buy the special talent that he is with all the other aspects of his game. And it's just like, nobody can take that away from him. So I have no doubt that he's going to ball out next season. Dare I say, he should be in the MVP conversation with the squad that he got next year and the coach that's tailor-made for his game. So, you know, it's straight like that. But as for the Eagles, I mean, you know, we're the kid with, we're one of the kids with the peanut allergies that has to sit at the table by himself with a monitor standing by with an EpiPen. That's who we are. You know what I mean? It's that kid. We're one of those, you know, special needs kids that sits in the corner of every family reunion, and the only time you ever speak to them is when you enter or you leave. You know, there's no real reason to talk to a kid that's slobbering all day. So it's just like, I don't even know. I guess we're supposed to rebuild, but it didn't even have to be that way. So I don't really have much to add. I just wanted to put my thoughts out on there. Yesterday was a rough day for me. I mean, Carson Wentz is my favorite player in the entire league, so it was kind of sad to see him go. So, let me know how you guys feel about it. Let me know if, you think it was a good move. Whatever. I'll consider anything anyone has to say about it. See ya.
Den Negumben, huh? Where is he? Where is Lord Shimura?